Hello and welcome again to MACTV. We have now entered season 2 and we're excited that we have the opportunity to share some incredible work that's being done within our organization, as well as we share information about other organizations here in Nashville, Tennessee. The work of the Metropolitan Action Commission and the Head Start program not only involves the work we do with children, but also the work that we get to do with our parents. And I am excited today to have two parents with me who have just completed or are going through our CompTIA program. CompTIA is a certification program that allows us to help our families gain additional skills so that they can increase job opportunities for themselves and inevitably have an opportunity to improve things for their families. So we are really excited that our parents are here today. I'm going to introduce them to you. They're a little nervous, and so we've explained to them that this is just a great time for us to give them a chance to talk about the work that's done on their behalf, but also on behalf of their children. So let me just say to both of them, welcome.
Thank you.
This is Naomi, who is joining us today, and Naomi has a child in our Head Start program. Naomi, how old is your daughter? I think you have a daughter.
Yeah, she's 4 years old.
And tell us her name.
Kezia Kandakai.
Okay, and then Joshua?
Yes, I have a 4-year-old. Her name is Mirakai.
Okay, and so both of you are parents in our Head Start program who've just completed, I believe, the coursework for your CompTIA certification. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And so you're getting ready to start your internships. We've had a little chance to talk prior to us starting today, and I've learned a little bit about you, but I'd like for you to share a little bit of that with our audience as well, if it's okay. Naomi, we'll start with you. Just tell us about how you came to be a part of Head Start and what your experience has been like, first for your daughter and then the experience for you.
I came to Nashville when I got married. I just moved from New York, and I started looking for a school for my daughter. I started calling, and a friend told me about Head Start. So I called, and I had there was an opening at Dudley Head Start Center. It's on 2nd Avenue, or I think 3rd Avenue. And so when she got there, although she wasn't, she was a little bit shy, and sometimes she doesn't even want to mingle with children because she's the only child. So I tried to get her in there, and when she was accepted, she is now talking, doing all kinds. She talks more like a parrot.
You shared a story with me about her in the car. You said that share that with us.
I was dropping her to school this morning, and she had this booklet, and she said, "Mommy," she just showed me the front page and said, "Mommy, what is this page?" And I said, "Is the front?" He said, "No, say front cover." I said, "Okay, front cover." And then she showed me the back, and she said, "Mommy, what is this?" I said, "It's the back." She said, "No, it's the back cover." I said, "Okay." She showed me the side of it, and she said, "Mommy, what is?" I said, "This is the side." She said, "No, it's the spine." I was like, "Okay, calm down. What's going on?" Then she said, "What does the spine do?" I was like, "It holds the book." She said, "No. I'm talking about a spine, so the spine holds the book together and it makes the book." And I was like, "Oh, okay, I didn't know that." So that's how I was like, "Oh, this is amazing." She picked up ABCD, she knows how to write her name and all that. I'm so impressed. I took her to Dudley, the Head Start Center, and I think it's a good program. And whilst I was there, I got to know about this CompTIA A+ certification. It's a computer class, so I just went ahead and registered for it. And it's very, very interesting. At first, it was challenging because I've been out of school for a little while. So getting back to school, I said, "Okay, let me try it." I thought it was something simple, something the surface of computers and all that. but it was very, very in-depth computers, like troubleshooting, operating system, software, hardware. I was like, what are they talking about? But as time goes on, from the first 801, by the time I have to get to know about what they're teaching, then we have to write a test. I said, okay. So the second time, we got deep into it, like software and hardware and applications, all troubleshooting. I was like, and when we started getting our hands on the computer, oh, I catch it. It's really, really fun. You got to try it.
Okay. Well, I think that it's something that apparently I do need to try, because when I've talked to you about it, as well as when I've talked to Joshua about it, you all have been very excited about what you've learned. So Joshua, I'm going to turn to you and just ask you to tell us a little bit about your background and how is it your daughter or your son that's in the program right now?
My daughter.
Your daughter in the program, and then just your experience with the CompTIA program.
Okay. Well, I'm originally from Nashville. I graduated from Nashville Tech in 2005, but I was also in the military for a while. I was in the Army for 8 years. So coming from like the military background into I guess the civilian workforce, it's a challenge to try to transition. And so now with the technology and the security background that I have, I think that information technology is going to be a great fit. So the things that I've learned in CompTIA is definitely like a great stepping stone. I'm still trying to figure out everything that encompasses CompTIA, but it's a great start. So I'm blessed for that. The Head Start program for my daughter, she's at Berry Elementary. She was at she started off in early Head Start at the Nashville Child Care Center. So she's, all in all, she's flourished. She's always had a really big personality, even starting out, but being around her age group and her peers and stuff, I think it helps to calm her and maybe even mature her a little, which is odd, for a 4-year-old to say mature, but I think it helps her to keep her, I guess, her personality, in check, so she can kind of bounce back and forth off of what's acceptable and what's not acceptable, considering she's the youngest one out of, the grandkids and stuff, so she kind of gets away with everything.
I see.
In the classroom setting, it's letting her know that, okay, some things are not appropriate, but all in all, I think that I sent her more for the social because I work with her at home. So when she went to Head Start, she already knew her letters, she knew her name. We were already starting to write her name. So, it's more social for her, but it's still, it's a great opportunity for her to know how to behave properly.
Well, we talk about in Head Start that the social emotional development of children is also very important. So I certainly understand your point about wanting her to know how to get along with her peers, how to share, and some of the other things that are important. When you think of your opportunity as a parent, because one of the things that we talked about earlier is that people oftentimes want to know what is the difference with Head Start? What is the distinction between Head Start and maybe other child care programs, or putting your child in a pre-K program, which we all know they all do great work. But the distinguishing hallmark we talked about for Head Start is not just that it looks at what's happening with the child, but also that it looks at what happens with the family and ways to help the families improve their lives. How do you see the opportunity to participate in the CompTIA program as a way to improve your life personally, but also to elevate your family?
Well, honestly, when I got the phone call saying that they were offering this program for those that were interested, again, I don't think any of us really knew what CompTIA was, but the overall message that I got from that call was something that, like, hey, you need a jump start, here it is, So having the certification and even being introduced into this, because I would have never thought to go IT, I've dealt with computers, but I never would have thought to go IT or service repair or anything like that. so having that opportunity given to me, and then the way that that MAC actually, laid out our program was incredible. I mean, it made, you're unsure, but it made it so clear for like, hey, you may not know what we're trying to do, but if you just listen and follow along, we're going to take care of you. And that's exactly what Head Start has done for my kid, and what MAC has done to help, and Head Start for me too, I guess.
Okay, good.
So it's definitely going to give you a upper hand, or even, because a lot of us, we are either stay-at-home moms, and we even have some stay-at-home dads too. So this is getting us back out of the house, into the workforce, and actually setting us up for a strong foundation with it. So, I mean, you can only go up from CompTIA if you continue with the certifications.
Thank you. That I appreciate that insight. Certainly when we are looking at a program like this, that's what we hope
Yes.
that you would gain. Naomi, you want to share just how you think it'll be helpful to you personally and to your family?
Yes, I like to add onto hers. It's like preschool, you will not get this training, you will not get this chance to go and better up for your education. Or maybe let's say you can change jobs from, I did health, from health to IT, or you can combine both of them, and then you can get a better job in the future. But I think it's very, very good, because Head Start is helping my child, and now they turn around and help me as a parent to make sure that I can get a better pay, a better job, and I'm okay, satisfied, and take care of my family and everything. But in preschool, I don't think they'll come out with this. And let me tell you, this is free. And I'm so happy, so happy. Free is always good. So I think if you're a parent and you want to take your child to preschool, think about Head Start and the preschool. The advantages where parents are getting more educated and more to the workforce to better their lives. I think that route will be better. The Head Start route will be better, where you get more things doing or more things going on than just taking your child to pre-K.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And we certainly know that all of the educational opportunities within our city, whether it's preschool or childcare, provide great opportunities for the people who select that. We're glad that you chose Head Start because I know that it's made a difference in the life of your child. I guess my next question is, did you realize when you chose Head Start that it had this much emphasis on what happens with parents?
Oh, no. I didn't know that it's going to be like this. And I was like, I just want my child to go to school, to start preschool, and just start something going on so that she can get better. But I didn't know there's much more to it than just the school.
Okay.
I didn't either.
Okay.
But what the great thing about it is that it's a solid idea for, if you help the parents, then you help the child. So I think that's a very solid way to, to fix a lot of the problems that we do have inside the educational system with our children, and then also in our city. So being able to give give the parents the opportunity to have a better paying job, it's going to come with better benefits, and it's also going to help to increase what the child is influenced with, So if you have a successful parent working, then the child is going to be, I guess, better. It'll end up making them more well-rounded, because they'll have a stable and solid foundation as far as income and abilities and stuff.
I think that's a great point, and I appreciate you sharing that. See, I could have written that, but you said it perfectly, and it's what we hope that as a parent who comes through our program, that you'll have the opportunity to experience. Now, what we have not talked about today as we get ready to close is, as a part of being in the CompTIA program, you are also doing an internship. And I know that you already know that your internship location will actually be with the IT department of Metropolitan Government, which is very nice. That you're
super excited.
And we're excited that you're going to be working through the IT program here. And I know that, Naomi, you haven't learned where your internship location will be. but talk about just what that experience is like to know that you have someplace where you can go and have an internship experience.
Well, because again, CompTIA is so broad, so having the opportunity to intern before you get out and actually start working for someone else, it kind of ties everything together, everything that you've learned inside of the classroom, for the exams that you're taking, the different paths that you can go. So it gives you a more basic look at, okay, well, now you can apply it to this. What you've learned in the class, you can apply it to this. Because we're all kind of nervous, we're fresh from this, and a lot of us don't have a very strong technical background like what CompTIA was teaching us. So I'm excited to see what exactly we're able to do with everything that we learn, because it's a lot inside of those books. The CompTIA program covers a lot. So.
Good. Well, it is a specialized certification, and it's a certification that says that the people who go through this program and who pass the exams are certified to do desktop support related work, which we all experience, in Metro government. We know that this is a high demand field, the IT in Nashville. It's why the agency chose this as an important field to expose our parents to, and to see if you all had an interest in, because we certainly want you to be able to take advantage of the opportunities that are there. I know you're waiting to learn where your location is going to be.
Can't wait.
Good. You all, thank you for taking time out of your schedules to sit with me today. I know you've been a little nervous about it, but you did a fantastic job just explaining your experience, both for your child and for you. That's really all that we're going to cover today, and so I want to say that it's been my absolute pleasure to sit with two of our parents in the Head Start program and get a chance to learn about their experience and a little bit about their child and their background. We hope in the very near future to be able to have them back so that we can learn about their internship and how things went. Again, this is MACTV. And we are happy that we have this opportunity to share with the public and to have these two wonderful parents with us today. We hope that you all enjoyed our show, and we look forward to sharing with you again in the very near future.